Let's talk about processed foods today. Processed foods are more than just microwave meals and ready meals. Processed food is any food that has been altered in some way during preparation, such as freezing, canning, baking, drying. Not all processed foods are unhealthy, but some processed foods may contain high levels of salt, sugar, and fat. Examples of common processed foods include breakfast cereals, cheese, tinned vegetables, bread, savory snacks such as crisps, sausage rolls, pies, and pastries, meat products such as bacon, sausage, ham, salami, and microwave meals or ready meals, cakes and biscuits, drinks such as milk or soft drinks. Only some processed food is a good choice. Some foods need processing to make them safe, such as milk, which needs to be pasteurized to remove harmful bacteria. Other foods need processing to make them suitable for use, such as pressing seeds to make oil. Processing allows the food to be stored for a greater amount of time and remain safe to eat. Many fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, meats, and milk fall into this category. Processed foods and health. Processed foods are generally thought to be inferior to unprocessed foods. They may bring to mind a packaged food item containing many ingredients, perhaps even artificial colors, flavors, or other chemical additives, often referred to as convenience or pre-prepared foods. Processed foods are suggested to be a contributor to the obesity epidemic and the rising prevalence of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. However, the definition of processed food varies widely depending on the source. The U.S. Department of Agriculture (USDA) defines processed foods as one that has undergone any changes to its natural state, that is, any raw agricultural commodity subject to washing, cleaning, milling, cutting, chopping, heating, pasteurizing, blanching, cooking, canning, freezing, drying, dehydrating, mixing, packaging, or other procedures that alter the food from its natural state. The food may include adding other ingredients such as preservatives, flavors, nutrients, and other food additives or substances approved for use in food products such as salt, sugar, and fat. Unprocessed or minimally processed foods. Unprocessed foods include the natural edible food parts of the plants and animals. Minimally processed foods have been slightly altered for the primary purpose of preservation, but this does not substantially change the nutritional content of the food. Examples include cleaning and removing inedible or unwanted parts, grinding, refrigeration, pasteurization, fermentation, freezing, and vacuum packaging. This allows the food to be stored for more time and remain safe to eat. Many fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, meats, and milk fall into this category. Processed foods. Foods from either of the two previous groups that have added salt, sugar, or fats. Examples include some canned fruits and vegetables, some cheeses, freshly made bread, and canned fish. These foods usually are made from at least 2 to 3 ingredients and can be readily eaten without further preparation. Now let's talk about highly processed foods. What are examples of ultra-processed foods? These foods go through multiple processes: extrusion, molding, milling, etc., contain many added ingredients and are highly manipulated. Examples are soft drinks, chips, chocolates, candy, ice cream, sweetened breakfast cereals, packaged soups, chicken nuggets, hot dogs, fries, and more. including artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives that promote shelf stability, preserve taste, and increase palatability. Several processing steps use multiple ingredients comprising the ultra-processed food. It is speculated that these foods are designed to increase cravings so people will overeat them and purchase more. They are typically ready to eat with minimal additional preparation. Not all, but some of these foods tend to be low in fiber and nutrients. Examples are sugary drinks, cookies, crackers, chips, breakfast cereals, some frozen dinners, and luncheon meats. These foods may partially, if not wholly, replace minimally processed foods in some people's diets. One study using data from the US National Health and Nutritional Examination Survey found that ultra-processed foods comprise about 60% of total calories in the US diet. An association has been suggested between the increasing sales of ultra-processed foods and obesity. What problems can processed foods cause? Often referred to as convenience or pre-prepared foods, processed foods are suggested to be a contributor to the obesity epidemic and the rising prevalence of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. Buying processed foods can lead to people eating more than the recommended amounts of sugar, salt, and fat, as they may need to be aware of how much has been added to the food they are buying and eating. These foods can also be higher in calories due to their high amount of added sugar or fat. Disadvantages of processed foods. Food processing removes some of the nutrients, vitamins, and fiber present in the food. Processed foods are obtained from laboratories and not nature. The foods are genetically modified and may cause gastrointestinal disorders, infertility, and damage to your organs. I hope this video presentation was helpful. Stay safe and goodbye for now. May all our viewers expect a healthy 2023.